Hello, everybody. This is Bill Creasy, speaking for Mel Allen and Phil Rizzuto, welcoming you to Yankee baseball time again. Tonight, the Yanks against the Kansas City Athletics from here at Municipal Stadium in Kansas City. Brought to you by the Atlantic Refining Company and your Atlantic dealer, who offer you Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean. And P. Ballantine and Sons, brewers of the crisp refresher, Ballantine Beer, the largest selling beer in the East. Your host for the first half of tonight's game, P. Ballantine and Sons, Newark, New Jersey, brewers of Ballantine Beer and Ballantine Ale. This broadcast, like all Yankee broadcasts, comes to you by courtesy of P. Ballantine and Sons and the Atlantic Refining Company. Tonight, a real big one between the Yanks and the A's. We'll find right-hander Art Ditmar going against Ray Herbert. Ditmar going into tonight's game with a 14-8 record, and Herbert with 10 wins and 15 defeats on the year. And the Yanks go into this game tonight facing a victory by the Baltimore Orioles this afternoon over the Detroit Tigers. We'll have a lot of action elsewhere in the major leagues tonight. Boston is at Cleveland. Washington is at Chicago in the American League. And in the National League, we'll run down those games for you. Right now, our national anthem. We'll take a quick look at the other scores tonight. The Indians are leading the Red Sox 11-6 with Cleveland batting in the bottom of the sixth. Been 3 home runs in that game. Francona in the first with none on. De La Hoz in the third with none on, and Vic Power in the third with 2 on. Washington is leading Chicago 2-0. Frelick going against score. Earl Batty homered for Washington in the second with 1 on. In the National League, with the Phillies batting in the bottom of the seventh, Philadelphia leading San Francisco 4-0. At Pittsburgh, the Dodgers are leading the Pirates 4-0 behind Stan Williams going against Vern Law. Milwaukee leading the Cubs 6-0 at the end of 2. Matthews homered in the first with none on. Jay against Cardwell. And the St. Louis Cardinals leading the Cincinnati Redlegs 3-0 at the end of 2. Hook against Sadecki. In case any of you missed last night's results, the A's defeated New York 12-3. The White Sox nipped the Senators 6-5 in 11 innings on a home run by Nellie Fox. Cleveland down Boston 5-3, and Detroit beat Baltimore 3-1. In the National League, the Dodgers took 2 from the Phils, 2-1 behind Padres and 4-1 behind Koufax. The Giants defeated Pittsburgh 6-3 behind Mike McCormick. The Redlegs outslugged the Chicago Cubs 8-6. And the Cardinals won a big one from the Braves 6-5 in 11 innings. Kubek ready to lead off for the Yanks here on the top of the first. The right-hander Ray Herbert on the mound for Kansas City. Here's Mel.
For New York, Ditmar and Berra. And for Kansas City, Herbert and Daly. And, of course, the best batter of them all, baseball and Ballantine Beer, the crisp refresher. Tony Kubek batting .280. Right-hander Ray Herbert to the windup, and the first pitch of the ball game is outside, ball 1. Herbert with a record of 10-15. pitched some fine games against New York this year. The 1-0 pitch in there, strike one, 1-1. Yankees' final game of this road trip. Clash with the Orioles at the stadium Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and a doubleheader on Sunday. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Swung on, lined into right field for a base hit. Hank Bauer up for the ball. Kubek holds after the turn with a single to right. Brings up Hector Lopez. Lopez batting .282. The Orioles, with a ninth-inning rally today, in which they scored 3 runs, beat the Tigers 11-10. Tigers were leading 9-8 going into the ninth. Orioles scored 3, and Tigers came back with 1. Herbert to the stretch. The pitch to Lopez is inside, ball 1. Thus, at the moment, the Orioles are just a half game out. Senators leading Chicago 2-0 at the end of 3 innings. Ray Herbert to the stretch, and the pitch swung on. There's a bouncer hit to second. The play is to first base, moving Kubek to second. Bob Johnson went into the hole to his left on a slow hit ball, running away from the play at second, and so could not get the front runner. Up comes Mickey Mantle. Kubek on second, 1 out. Mantle hitting .278. Roger Maris on deck. Williams in left, Tuttle in center, Bauer in right. Carey third, Hamlin short, Johnson second, Sebring first, and Daly catching. Herbert digs at the dirt in front of the rubber. Now he looks in to get the sign. 1 out. Kubek dances off second base. The pitch swung on. It's a high fly ball into short left. Williams comes in under it and makes the catch. 2 away. And the batter now is Roger Maris, hitting .281.
Now batting, number 9, Roger Maris, right field.
2 away in the first inning.
Maris.
Herbert taking his time. The right-hander delivers, and Maris takes a curve inside, ball 1. A 1-0 count on Raj. Yogi Berra on deck. A 1-0 count, 2 away. Herbert's pitch outside for ball 2. A 2-0 count. Frank Cressetti coaching at third, Ralph Houck at first. Daly goes out to say something to Ray Herbert. Comes back behind the plate, and we're set to continue. 2 balls, no strikes. Herbert checks with Daly. Kubek moves off second. And the pitch. It's in there, strike 1, 2-1. Tony is trying to pick up Daly's sign and flash it to Maris. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Herbert to the stretch once more. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1. A 3-1 count on Roger Maris. Tony Kubek on second with 2 down in the first inning. The stretch by the right-hander. The pitch swung on and fouled off back of third. It's going to go out of play. Full count on Maris. The ball went into the corner of the upper deck. Fan made the catch for a souvenir. A 3-2 count. Herbert into the stretch for the payoff pitch. Here it is, swung on and fouled back out of play. The count remains 3-2. Herbert lost a 1-0 game to New York in his last start against them on August 31st. Bill Stafford pitching the shutout. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tony Kubek on second base. Herbert into the stretch once more, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a line drive into right, and Bauer reaches up and grabs it at the wall. And the side is retired. Maris lines out to Bauer, had his back against the right field fence. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. At the end of the first half of the first inning, New York nothing. Kansas City coming to bat. Art Ditmar moves out to the firing line with Hamlin, Tuttle, and Bauer, the first 3 men to come up for Kansas City. Meantime, we hope you'll come up to some Ballantine beer with lightness and flavor. To really refresh, a beer must have lightness plus flavor, and that's Ballantine all the way. It's the light beer with true lager flavor. Matter of fact, it proves to more and more people every day that a beer can be light and still give you all the downright delicious lager beer flavor you want. All of which explains why Ballantine beer is the crisp refresher. So if lightness alone won't do for you, if you want a beer with flavor too, then you just open up or order up smooth, delicious Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher. And you'll see why Ballantine's the largest selling beer in the East. We mean all the way from Maine to Florida. In the last half of the first inning, Ken Hamlin leads off. Art Ditmar with a record of 14-8. 2-0 against the A's this season. Worked September the 8th against the White Sox, went 6 2/3 innings, and allowed 1 earned run in a game that the White Sox won and Arroyo lost. The first pitch is low and inside for a ball. Ken Hamlin, batting .229. Ditmar to the windup, and the pitch. It's low, ball 2. A 2-0 count. Don Hefner coaching at third, Walker Cooper at first. Lopez in left, Mantle in center, Maris in right. Boyer at third, Kubek short, McDougall second, Skowron first, Barra catching, Ditmar pitching low, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Hamlin. The 3-0 delivery. It's in there, strike 1, 3-1. Hamlin takes his look at the third base coach. Chokes up on that bat a few inches. Ditmar's 3-1 delivery. High, ball 4, way high. So Hamlin draws a walk to open up the first inning for the A's. And up comes Bill Tuttle, hitting .250. Hamlin's gotten a lot of walks in his appearances against New York. Bill Tuttle, right-hand batter. Ditmar awaits Tuttle's readiness at the plate. Now gets the sign from Yogi. Into the stretch, Hamlin leading away from first. The pitch is in there, strike 1. No score, it's the last of the first. Hefner whistles up to Tuttle to get his attention. Ditmar again to the stretch, Hamlin with the lead. Here's the pitch, swung on, a ground ball hit to McDougall. To Kubek for 1, back to first. Safe. Force out at second. McDougall to Kubek. Hank Bauer steps up, batting .265. Art Ditmar to the stretch. Here's the pitch to Hank. It's in there, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Hard into the stretch. And the pitch. It's low and inside. A 1-1 count on Bauer. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. No score. Last of the first. Bauer steps out of the batter's box asking for time, granted by Cal Drummond. Now he's back in the hitting position. Art Ditmar to the stretch. Tuttle leads off first. A throw over, and he's back. A 1-1 count on Bauer. A stretch by Ditmar. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and fouled off. A 1-2 count. Tuttle got a good jump on Ditmar that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield playing Hank straight away. Ditmar gets the sign from Yogi into the stretch. Tuttle leads away. Here's the pitch. Curve is hit high in the air in the left. Lopez moving in under the ball. Still coming in, makes the catch, and Tuttle retreats to first. 2 down, and up comes Norm Sebring, hitting .277.
Norm Sebring. First base. Sebring.
Norm Sebring. Ditmar to the stretch. Tuttle leads off first. The pitch to the left-hand batter is inside. Ball 1. A 1-0 count. One ball, no strikes. Tuttle moves away from first. Here's the pitch, and Sebring takes it low. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Ditmar once more to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled behind the plate. A 2-1 count now on the first baseman, Norm Sebring. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit back through the middle, out over second into center for a base hit. Tuttle turns second, heads for third. Throw goes into Mcdougall, and there are runners on first and third. Sebring cracked the liner through the middle. Now coming up is Dick Williams, batting .282. Runners on first and third with 2 away in the first inning. Dick Williams steps up. Andy Carey on deck. Tuttle leads off third, Sebring off first. Ditmar to the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on line into left field for a base hit, scoring Tuttle. Sebring stops at second, and it's 1-0 in favor of Kansas City. Williams, who drove in 6 runs last night against New York, hits the first pitch to left for a single to score Tuttle. And that brings up Andy Carey. Williams' 53rd run batted in. Carey hitting .234. 1-0 Kansas City. Sebring on second. Williams on first. Ditmar ready. And the pitch. Swung on. There's a high drive in the left. Lopez moving under it. And makes the catch, and the side's retired. 1 run for the A's. 2 hits. No errors for New York, and 2 left on for Kansas City. And at the end of the first inning, the A's lead 1-0. The Orioles finished their road trip by pulling their game out of the fire with Detroit, scoring 3 in the ninth. Brooks Robinson hit a 2-out, 2-run triple that saved them. And Paul Richards used 8 pitchers. Fisher, Wilhelm, Heff, Brown, Estrada, Jones, Stock, and Barber all in the ninth inning. Heff, Brown, Estrada all in the seventh. Wilhelm relieved Fisher in the fourth. Estrada got the win. Detroit used Bruce, Wojtak in the fifth, Aguirre in the seventh, Sisler in the ninth. Aguirre the loser. Maxwell hit a homer in the ninth. The total of 8 pitchers is 1 short of the record. 9, most they used in a game by one team. Washington leading Chicago 2-0 at the end of 3.5 innings tonight. Kralik against Score. Donovan relieved Score in the third. Now the White Sox have batted in the fourth, failed to score, so it's 2-0 Washington, end of 4. Batty homered in the second with 1 on. Cleveland 11, Boston 6, end of 7 innings. Latman gave way to Funk in the 6th. Sullivan relieved back to Sale in the second, Wills in the third, Nichols in the fourth. Wirtz homered in the fifth with 2 on. For Cleveland, Francona, Delahose, and Power. Power with 2 on. Yogi Berra leads off in the second inning for New York. Ray Herbert's delivery. Right in there. Strike 1. Berra batting .281. Now the pitch. Swung on to high fly ball down the left field line. Carey chasing it. Williams chasing it. And in foul ground makes the catch. Dick Williams grabs Berra's fly ball along the left field foul line. 1 away. Up comes Bill Skowron, hitting .302. Cincinnati at St. Louis. It's 3-2 Cardinals, end of 2.5 innings. Miller relieved Sadecki in the third. Pitching for Cincinnati, McMillan homered in the third. Philadelphia 5, San Francisco 0, end of 7 innings. Here's the pitch to the Moose. It's outside for a ball. Roberts pitching for the Phils. Fisher relieved Odell in the 6th for the Giants. Dodgers 5, Pittsburgh 0, end of 6.5 innings. Williams against Law, with Green relieving Law in the 6th. The next pitch to the Moose. Outside, ball 2. Milwaukee 6, Cubs 0, end of 4. Jay for the Braves. Moorhead for Cardwell in the second for the Cubs. Eddie Matthews hit his 37th homer in the first inning. A 2-0 count on Skowron. 1-0 favor of Kansas City. It's the second inning. Ray Herbert's pitch swung on line down over second into center for a base hit. Bill Tuttle up to the ball, throws it back in to shortstop Ken Hamlin. Now Gill Mcdougall comes up, batting .257. That line drive is the type that ball players years ago used to call a frozen rope. I hadn't heard ball players use that cliche in years until last night. Walker Cooper used it. The pitch to Mcdougall is in there for a strike. He was talking about some incident a few years back concerning Bob Elliott when he was with the Braves and a player by the name of Bama Rowell. A lot of you may remember, an infielder, played infield and outfield. Herbert's pitch is low for a ball. He was playing second base. Casey was managing the Braves. It's not particularly funny, except Bob Elliott happened to recall it. Batter hit a line drive right at him that he jumped up in the air and let the ball go between his legs. Casey went right out and got him. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced to third. Carey up with it, throws over to second for 1. Back to first, too late. Force out at second. Carey to Bob Johnson. Andy had to back up on the ball Mcdougall hit rather than play the in-between hop. He played it on the safe hop and only got 1. Here's Cletus Boyer coming up. 2 away. Mcdougall on first. Boyer batting .242. 1-0 Kansas City in the second inning. Ray Herbert to the stretch. They pitch to Boyer. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Herbert once more sets. And the pitch. It's in there. Strike 2. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Herbert to the stretch. Here's the pitch, curve outside, ball 1. 1-2, didn't chase it. A 1-2 count on the Yankee third baseman. Ray Herbert shakes off the sign, okays the next one, is ready to go to work. And the pitch is low and inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 3. Full count now on Boyer. And with 2 away, McDougall will be off and running with the pitch. Kansas City out in front, 1-0. It's the first of the second. Ray Herbert into the stretch. McDougall moves away from first. There he goes. The pitch swung on and popped up into the air out in front of the plate. Here comes Sebring in. And he makes the catch in fair territory about 20 feet from home plate. Sides retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of an inning and a half, Kansas City 1, New York 0.
Precisely right. With true lager flavor, precisely right. Precisely right, precisely right. Lively golden, crystally clear, a crisp-free fresher. Crisp-free fresher. Valentine beer. Hey, get your cold beer. Hey, get your Valentine. Hey, get your cold beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer.
Yankee baseball coming to you over Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your radio dial in Albany, New York, 24 minutes past 10 o'clock.
Leads off, followed by Pete Daly and then Ray Herbert, the bottom third of the order. 1-0 in favor of Kansas City. Art Ditmar's pitch, high, ball 1. Johnson's batting .229. The 1-0 delivery. Low and inside, ball 2. A 2-0 count. Now the pitch. It's inside for ball 3. 3-0. Art's having control trouble. Now, you probably may have been aware of that in the first inning. He walked the first man. Had trouble getting the ball where he wanted to with a couple of the others. The 3-0 pitch. It's in there, strike 1, 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off to the left of the plate. A full count. Ditmar goes to the windup, and the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit up into the air in the left field. Hector Lopez moves under it. Waiting and makes the catch. 1 down. That's the third put out for Lopez. Here's Pete Daly coming up, batting .240. Art's not keeping the ball low on the hitters like he has to do and normally does. Here's the pitch, swung on, bounced, foul down the third baseline. With his breaking stuff, his sinkers, he keeps them low has his control. He keeps them low, and they're on the ground a lot. But you'll note, Tuttle's the only one hit a ball on the ground in the first inning. He was trying to go to the opposite field, hit it to second. 3 balls been hit in the air to the left, and, of course, 2 base hits to the outfield. Here's a pitch swung on. There's a base hit between third and short to left field. Lopez throws back into Kubek, and Daly is aboard with a single to left, bringing up Ray Herbert. At 12 for 62. Johnny Blanchard goes out of the Yankee dugout down to the bullpen now. Ray Herbert, right-hand batter, fairly good hitting pitcher. 1-0 Kansas City, second inning. Pete Daly on first base. Ditmar to the stretch, and the pitch outside, ball 1. Moose came charging in looking for a bunt. A 1-0 count. Now the delivery. It's low, ball 2, 2-0. This time Herbert shortened up to bunt, but the pitch was low. A 2-0 count. One away, Daly on first. Now the 2-0 pitch. It's bunted and fouled to the right of the plate. Strike 1, 2-1. A 2-1 count on the pitcher. Here's the delivery, and it's low and inside for ball 3. 3-1. Whitey Ford last night had to be removed after the end of 1 inning. And so far tonight, Ditmar has been far short of his effectiveness. Now the pitch. It's way inside, ball 4, and Herbert walks. He's up there trying to bunt and gets a walk, moving Pete Daly to second. Nobody warming up. Ken Hamlin steps up. He drew a pass in the first inning. Daly on second, Herbert on first with 1 out. 1-0 Kansas City. Last of the second. Ditmar's pitch to Hamlin is fouled to the right of the plate. He tried to take the pitch. Hit the bat. 1 strike. Outfield playing straight away. Daly on second, Herbert on first. 1 out, 1-0 A's. Last of the second. Art Ditmar delivers. The pitch is swung on and fouled back upstairs. Strike 2. Got the ball up high there. No balls, 2 strikes. Daly moves off second, Herbert off first, 1 away. The pitch swung on, hit to Boyer. Boyer to McDougall for 1, back to first. Safe, no double play. Tried for the double play and missed it. Just a force-out at second, Boyer to McDougall. Herbert is retired, Daly went to third. Hamlin's on first, and the batter's Bill Tuttle. Hit into a force play in the first inning. Yankees just missed a double play there. And eventually a run came home. Bill Tuttle, batting .250. Daly on third and Hamlin on first. Kansas City leading 1-0. It's the second inning. Ditmar ready. The pitch to Tuttle. In there, strike one. Casey's off the bench now to the steps of the dugout. And he turns around, goes back to sit down. Runners lead away from first and third. Ditmar checking with Yogi. The stretch. Here's the pitch to Tuttle. Swung on, bounced to third. Boyer has it, throws over to Skowron in time, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. At the end of 2 innings of play, Kansas City, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 4 left on. The Yankees, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 5 innings, Washington 2, Chicago 0. Fralick for Washington, score for Chicago. Donovan in the third, Lown in the fifth. Batty homered in the second with 1 on. Cleveland leading Boston 11-7, 10 of 7.5 innings. Baltimore beat Detroit this afternoon 11-10. National League, Cincinnati and St. Louis, the Cardinals lead 4-2, 10 of 3.5. Philadelphia beat the Giants 5-1. The Dodgers lead Pittsburgh 5-0 at the end of 7.5 innings. Milwaukee 6, Cubs 2, end of 4.5. The Orioles will be at the stadium Friday night. Ladies' Day Saturday, doubleheader on Sunday. No box seats for Friday night or Sunday. There are for Saturday, and there are some reserved seats for all 3 dates. Thousands of general admission seats on sale when the gates open, and 14,000 bleacher seats for each game. Right now, we pause for station identification.
At 1460 on your radio dial, this is Quality Modern, WOKO in Albany, New York. WOKO time, 27 minutes before 11 o'clock.
After the Orioles series, the Senators will be at the stadium next Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon. And then the final 3 playing games of the year, Friday night, September 30th, Saturday and Sunday, October 1st and 2nd, for the Boston Red Sox. And now as we get ready to move into the third inning, all set to move in and keep you posted on these pulsating moments in the stretch. Phil Rizzuto.
Okay, Mel. Ray Herbert pitching Noah Ditmar, leading off for the Yankees here in the top of the third. Herbert's first pitch is fouled back off Pete Daly's mask, strike one. Daly reaches up on top of his head. Ditmar batting 169, 10 for 59, 2 doubles, 2 runs batted in. The A's leading the Yankees 1-0 in the top of the third. Herbert's next pitch, curve, low outside, ball 1, 1-1. Tony Kubek on deck. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A ground ball at second base. Bob Johnson up with it. Over to Norm Sebring, 1 away. Ditmar bounces out to the right side. Here's Tony Kubek, who singled, leading off the ball game in the first inning. Tony now batting .282. Only Skowron has more base hits than Kubek on the Yankees. 5 more than Tony. 1 out, nobody on. Herbert's pitch is a little bit low, ball 1. On deck, Hector Lopez. Herbert into the windup. Fastball is in there, strike 1, 1-1. Carey's playing in at third, and Hamlin shading Kubek near second. The 1-1 pitch is bunted and fouled back. Even with Carey in, Tony tried to drop one down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dick Williams in left, not too deep on Kubek. Herbert swings into that short windup. His fastball is hit on the ground to Carey. 1 hop, and he backs up. A long throw. In time to get Kubek by a step. Carey's got that rifle arm over there at third base. It's 2 ground balls that Andy's had to back up on, but when you've got that good throwing arm, you can do that. Here's Hector Lopez, bounced out to second base in the first inning. Hector batting .281. Two out, nobody on. The pitch to Lopez is a curve high, ball one. One nothing, the A's lead in the top of the third. On deck, Mickey Mantle. The 1-0 pitch, slow curve on the outside corner. 1-1. Slow curve is high again, ball 2. 2-1 on Lopez. Two-away here in the top of the third inning. Herbert ready. Pitches a fastball low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Lopez. Hector looks down at Frank Crissetti. Ready for the 3-1 delivery. Lopez takes it low, ball 4. And there's the first base on balls given up by Ray Herbert in the ball game. Brings up Mickey Mantle, who flied out to short left field in the first inning. Mickey batting .277. Norm Seaburn holding first against Lopez. 2 out. 1-0 the A's lead, top of the third. Lopez leads off first. Here's the stretch. The pitch to Mickey is swing and a miss, strike 1. Herbert sets again. Fastball inside, 1-1. Roger Maris swinging the big weighted bat on deck. Loosening up. One ball, 1 strike on Mantle. Stretch by Herbert. Pitch is a curve outside, ball 2. 2-1 on Mickey. Outfield deep. Flag hanging straight down in center field. Very little breeze blowing. The 2-1 pitch is fouled back on the screen. Strike 2, 2-2. Hector Lopez at first base with 2 out. 2-2 count on Mantle. Herbert goes to the rosin bag. Checks the sign from Pete Daly. Here's a stretch. Pitch high, ball 3. Full count on Mickey. Lopez will be off with a 3-2 count and 2 out. Seaburn moves in back of the runner at first base. Roger Maris on deck. All right, ready for the payoff pitch to Mantle. Here it is. It's fouled back in the upper deck. Mick went after a fastball, let her high. A's 1, Yankees nothing here in the top of the third. Ready now for the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. It's a ground ball foul down the first base line. Ray Herbert trying to get by Mickey Mantle. Right-hander stretches, looks over at Lopez. Now he's ready. The pitch is outside, ball 4. Mickey started and then held up, and the pitch was outside. Second walk given up by Herbert. Lopez down to second. Mantle to first. Here's Roger Maris, who sent Hank Bauer deep against the right field wall for his line drive in the first inning. Maris batting .281. Two out, two on, 1-0 the A's lead. The stretch and the pitch is a ground ball, base hit to right field. Lopez around third base. Mantle coming in a third, and the ball game's tied up 1-1. As Roger Maris lines a single to right field, driving in Hector Lopez, and for Maris, his 102nd run batted in the year. Score tied here 1-1. The Senators have come up with 3 in the top of the 6th and lead Chicago 5-0 with the White Sox batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Yogi Berra. Yogi flied to left field in the second inning. Maris at first, Mantle at third. 2 out. The stretch and the pitch to Yogi is a curve in there, strike 1 call. After Herbert got the first 2 outs, Ditmar and Kubek to bounce out, he walked Lopez and Mantle, and Maris singled. Each team now with 3 base hits and 1 run. Here's the stretch. The pitch is strike 2, a swing and a miss. 0-2 on Yogi. Yogi's batting .280. Herbert sets. Fastball inside. That's just missed. Ball 1. Both Herbert and Pete Daly thought that ball had part of the plate. Yogi jumped back. Looked like he was fooled on the pitch. All right, Herbert ready once again. Here's his stretch. Pitch is low, ball 2. 2-2. Maris at first and Mantle at third. The 2-2 pitch, curve hit on the ground off Herbert's glove. Johnson up with the throws to first. In time. Ryder Hamlin came up with that ball to shortstop on an assist by the pitcher as Herbert slowed it down just enough, allowing the shortstop to come in back of second base and throw Yogi out at first by a step. Play going from 1 to 6 to 3. So the Yankees tie up the ball game with 1 run, 1 hit, no Kansas City errors, and 2 men left. And the score at the end of 2.5 innings, the Yankees won and the A's won. Say, I'll bet most of you fans out there know at least one fellow who likes nothing but the best. I mean, he's only satisfied with the very best of anything he buys. Now, maybe you're that kind of a guy. And if you are, you've got good reason for switching to the Crisp Refresher Valentine Beer.
Hey, boy.
One more Crisp Refresher Valentine Beer. Yes, sir. Every day more and more folks are asking the man for Valentine. Now, when a beer is that popular, it just figures that it's got to be the best. And that's the Crisp Refresher all the way. Valentine's the light beer with true lager flavor. Proves a beer can be truly light and still give you all the honest-to-goodness lager beer flavor you want. So, if you enjoy the best, you'll enjoy the one beer that delivers both lightness and flavor. Valentine Beer the crisp refresher.
Stay with him there, man. I tell you, when you talk about the crisp refresher, your mouth just waters when you say that.
You're right, a boy, Mel. Get me out of it. For the A's in the bottom of the third inning, Hank Bauer will lead off. Hank flied to short left field in the first inning. Score tied 1-1. On deck is Norm Sebring. Art Ditmar out on the mound. Art taking a lot of time getting this sign. And finally Bauer steps out of the batter's box. Now Hank's back in, ready to go. Ditmar finally gets the sign he likes. It pitches a change up the tie, ball one. Ditmar swings into the windup. Curve low, ball 2-0. And as Mel told you, Ditmar is definitely off with his control up to this point. He's usually right around the knees all the time. The 2-0 pitch. Change up in there, strike one call. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup, curve low outside, ball 3, 3-1. Bauer batting .264. 3-1 delivery is a ground ball at second base. McDougall's hand, and he throws to first, not quite in time. What a play McDougall almost made as he shakes his bare hand. It was a routine grounder that suddenly took a bad hop, and Gill leaped up barehanded. The ball bounced off his hand, and Gill fielded it before it hit the ground, threw to first, but not in time to get Bauer. It's an infield single for Hank. What a wicked hop that ball took just before getting to McDougall. And that's the 4th hit off Ditmar. Brings up Norm Sebring, who singled to center field in the first inning. The White Sox scored 1 run in the bottom of the 6th inning. Roy Sievers homered. The pitch to Sebring on the inside corner, strike one call. Fans are getting on plate umpire Cal Drummond tonight. Skowron holding the bag against Bauer. The stretch by Ditmar. Pitch low inside, 1-1. McDougall playing in the hole between first and second on Sebring. Ditmar sets. Curve on the inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hank Bauer at first base, leading away. Pitch is a curve. It's high, and he checked the swing. Yogi said no. He went around, and look at Yogi pointing to the bat. Yogi might have thought the ball tipped the bat. It's a 2-2 count. Yogi kept backing up to plate umpire Cal Drummond and pointing to Sebring's bat. Norm started a swing, checked it. And Yogi thought that he tipped it, and here comes Casey Stengel out of the Yankee dugout. This is a big ball game for the Yankees. Baltimore winning this afternoon 11-10. Now only a half a game behind New York. And Casey is talking to plate umpire Cal Drummond with Yogi standing by listening. McDougall comes into the mound to talk with Ditmar. Casey and Drummond still talking things over. The score is tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out. Bauer at first. And a 2-2 count on Norm Sebring. Meanwhile, Ditmar loosens up, throwing to Yogi. Case right on his toes tonight on those two close plays at first base. The Yankees just missed double plays both times. Case was jumping up and down on the bench. 2-2 on Norm Seaborn. Ditmar into the stretch position. Curve foul at the plate. Count holds it 2-2. One the score, bottom of the third. Ditmar ready again. Change-up foul at the plate. Seaborn just got a piece of that ball. He was way out in front. Ditmar rubs up and boom ball. Ready again for the 2-2 delivery. Fastball swung at and missed, strike three, as Seaborn went after a low fastball and didn't get it. Ditmar gets his first strikeout of the night. Brings up Dick Williams, who singled a left to drive in a run in the first inning. 6 RBIs last night. Right-hand hitting left fielder. He's played just about every position for Kansas City this year, except catch and pitch. One out, Bauer at first. The stretch and the pitch is over. Strike one called. On deck, Andy Carey. Ditmar sets. Ground ball hit to McDougall. Gill tags Bauer, throws to first, double play. Hank tried to get by McDougall before Gill made the play. From McDougall to Scarron, and for the A's in the bottom of the third, no runs, one hit, no Yankee errors, and nobody left. And the score at the end of 3 full innings, the Yankees won and the A's won. And now with a little soft shoe in the background, I want to tell you there's one beer that delivers both lightness and flavor, and that's Ballantine beer.
The crisp refresher.
Yeah, now enjoy it. Frosty, cool Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher. And let's pause for station identification.
At 1460 on your radio dial, this is Quality Modern, WOKO in Albany, New York. 6 minutes before 11 o'clock.
Quickly on the scoreboard, Baltimore beat Detroit 11-10 this afternoon. Cleveland beat Boston 11-7. Washington leads Chicago 5-1 at the end of 6.5 innings. In the National League, Cardinals 4, Cincinnati 2 at the end of 5.5. Phillies beat the Giants 5-1. Dodgers over the Pirates 5-2. And Milwaukee leads the Cubs 10-2 at the end of 5.5. Bob Elliott had come out to talk with plate umpire Cal Drummond, and possibly arguing that Casey should not be out there arguing on a ball or a strike, but it didn't look like Case was arguing too much. Here's Bill Scarron. He takes a curve low outside, ball one. Moose singled up the middle in the second inning. 1-1 the score, top of the fourth. The 1-0 pitch, curve outside, ball two. 2-0. Ray Herbert on the mound for the A's. Pitch to Scarron is a ground ball to short. Hamlin, who is right up with it, the long throw. In time, that's one away. Brings up Gill Mcdougall, who bounced into a forced play in the second inning. 1 out, nobody on. Herbert's pitch to Gill is a drive to right center field, and that's going to be in there for extra bases. Tuttle plays the ball off the wall. McDougall around first and into second with a stand-up double, as Gill lined one to deep right center field. That's the fourth hit off Ray Herbert. And for McDougall, his 16th double of the year. Brings up Cletus Boyer, who popped out to first base in the second inning. 1-1 the score, top of the fourth. The stretch by Herbert, the pitch, curve on the outside corner, strike one called. Herbert sets. Fastball swung at and missed, strike two, as Boyer tried to go to right field that time. 0-2 on Clete Boyer. Herbert stretches. Fastball just outside. 1-2 strikes. Art Ditmar due to be the next batter. Herbert ready. McDougall leads off second. The curve. He checked his swing, and it's ball two. Boyer almost went after a real bad pitch, about 2 feet outside and almost in the dirt. Herbert had good motion on the pitch and had Boyer way out front. 2-2. Now Herbert sets. Fastball in there, strike three call. Boyer caught looking. Fastball just above the knees, and Herbert gets his first strikeout of the night. Gets by a dangerous hitter, now pitching to Art Ditmar. Ditmar bounced to second base in the third inning. Score tied 1-1. Art stops to pick up his bat and the rosin bag from Tony Kubek. McDougall down at second with 2 away. Pitch to Ditmar is a curve at the strike. 0-1. The one-strike pitch, curve low, ball one, 1-1. Powell playing a shallow right field with Ditmar up. Here's the stretch by Herbert. His pitch is fouled at the plate. Ditmar a little late swinging at that fastball. 1-2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Ditmar with 2 away. McDougall down at second base. Score tied 1-1. The stretch and the pitch high inside. Ball 2, 2-2. At the end of 7 complete innings now, it's Washington 5 and the White Sox 1. Staley, the 4th White Sox pitcher in there. Kralik all the way for the Senators. 2-2 on Ditmar. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. Daly dropped the ball, picked it up, and tagged Ditmar. Second strikeout for Herbert and for the Yankees in the top of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit. No Kansas City errors, one man left. The score at the end of 3.5 innings. The Yankees won and the A's won.
To be crisp, a beer must be icily light. With 2 lager flavors, precisely right. Lively, golden, crystally clear, the crisp refresher. Valentine beer. Hey, get your cold beer. Hey, get your Valentine. Hey, get your cold beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer.
For the A's in the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be Andy Carey leading off, followed by Bob Johnson and Pete Daly. Carey flied out to left field in the 1st inning. Won the score here in the bottom of the 4th. Wind up by Ditmar. The pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1 call. Ditmar right back. Change up. Line to left center field. Lopez going back to his left and makes the catch just in front of the wall. So that pitch didn't fool Andy as Ditmar came in with a change of pace. Lopez made a nice running catch in left center field, 1 away. Here's Bob Johnson who fly to left field. Little right hand hitting second baseman. Ditmar's pitches. Strike 1. He tried to check his swing, but Cal Drummond put up the big right hand. The 1-strike pitch, low outside, ball 1. 1-1. Ditmar into the windup. Curve low outside, ball 2. 2-1. Much warmer tonight than it was last night here at Kansas City. The 2-1 delivery is a ground ball at second base. He broke his bat on that. McDougall's up with it. Over to Skowron for the out. Hit it right off the end of the bat. Slow roller to McDougall. That's 2 away. Here's Pete Daly, who singled to left field in the 2nd inning. Two out, nobody on. 1-1 the score. Right-hand hitting catcher. Ditmar's curve is a swing and a miss, strike 1. The windup and the curve on the outside corner, strike 2, 0-2. Senators scored 1 in the top of the 8th, and they're leading 6-1, playing the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-strike pitch just outside, ball 1. Two out, nobody on. 1 ball, 2-strike pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Ditmar trying to get Daly to nibble at one of those curveballs that are away from the plate. Balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is a foul over towards the Yankee dugout. Count holds it 2-2. Ditmar into the windup. Changeup popped in the air. Yogi chasing it near the A's dugout, and he makes the catch just short of the top step. So Ditmar sets Kansas City down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nothing across, and the score at the end of 4 full innings. The Yankees won and the A's won.
Right, Phil, and right now we're on the go again with the rest of the game tonight, brought to you by the Atlantic Refining Company and your Atlantic dealer, who offer you Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean.
Atlantic keeps your car on the go. For business or pleasure in any kind of weather, Atlantic keeps your car on the go.
When you want to go places and do things, what a pleasure your driving can be.
For quality products and not service, your Atlantic dealer is the man to see. Atlantic keeps your car on the go, 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 go. Keep on the go with Atlantic.
Top of the fifth here at Kansas City, 1-1 tie between the Yanks and the A's. It'll be Kubek, Lopez, and Mantle to face the right-handed slants of Ray Herbert. Mel?
Be at the stadium this weekend for this critical series with the Baltimore Orioles, who swept the Yankees in Baltimore the last time they faced one another. No box seats for Friday night or Sunday, but there are thousands of reserve seats available for all games and box seats for Saturday. Tony Kubek, leading off in the fifth, takes a pitch outside for a ball. A 1-1 ball game. Kubek hitting .281. Ray Herbert, the right-hander, delivers. Tony swings and sends a drive in a deep left center, and Dick Williams goes back and makes the catch short of the wall. One away. Fine running catch by Dick Williams in deep left center, robbing Tony of an extra base hit. One down, and here's Hector Lopez, who grounded to second and walked. He's hitting .281. Kubek and Lopez hitting .281. Mantle .277, Maris .282, and Berra .279. They're all almost the same. One away in the fifth. Ray Herbert's pitch in there. Strike one. 0-1. Herbert taking his time. Now he goes to the windup, and the pitch. It's right in there. Strike two. Herbert to the rosin bag. A 2-strike count on Hector Lopez. Now Herbert's into the windup, and the pitch swung on, lined into left. Williams goes back, and he one-hand back in front of the wall. Two sparkling plays by Dick Williams on two hard-hit balls, taking doubles away from Kubek and Lopez. Two down, and up comes Mantle, who flied to left and walked. A 1-1 ball game, fifth inning. Herbert goes to the windup, and the pitch to Mantle. Outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Two outs, nobody on, fifth inning. Here's the pitch, and it's just outside, ball two. 2-0. Herbert moving around the mound, goes to the rosin bag, slams it down. Now he's back in pitching position. Pete Daly flashes a sign. The right-hander goes to the windup, and the 2-0 pitch. It's in there. Strike one, 2-1. A 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Out of play. Strike two, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. First to the fifth. Score tied, 1-1. Ray Herbert again to the rosin bag. Gives a little touch. Comes back upon the rubber. Looks in now, gets the sign from Daly. Into the windup, and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lined out over second into center for a base hit. Bill Tuttle up for the ball. Mantle holds it first with a line single to center. And that brings up Roger Maris, who lined to right and singled to right to drive in the Yankee run, following walks to Lopez and Mantle in the third inning. Maris hitting .282. That is the 5th New York hit. Herbert to the stretch, and the pitch to Raj is in there, strike one. Yankees have had 1 hit in each inning so far. Two away. Herbert to the stretch. Mantle moves away from first base. Here's the pitch. High outside, and the count's 1-1. The White Sox did not score in the last of the 8th, playing the 9th inning in Chicago. Washington 6, Chicago 1. Washington is at Yankee Stadium next Tuesday night and next Wednesday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Maris. Low outside, ball 2. 2-1. A 2-1 count. Ray Herbert taking his time now. Outfield way around to the right. Andy Carey very wide at third. Hamlin playing almost behind second. Johnson way over into the first base hole. Sebring holding against Mantle. The stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High outside for ball 3. A 3-1 count on Maris. Berra on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike. Herbert to the stretch. Mantle moves away. And the pitch. High outside for ball 4. Maris walks. Mantle moves to second, and up comes Berra. Third pass issued by Herbert. Yogi fouled out to Williams and was denied a base hit on a smash that apparently was headed through the middle. It was deflected by the pitcher and fielded by Bob Johnson and converted into a putout in the third inning. They would have scored a run. Berra batting .279. Mantle on second. Maris on first. 2 outs. A 1-1 ball game. It's the 5th inning. Ray Herbert getting the sign from Pete Daly. Goes to the stretch. Here's the pitch to Berra. Swung on and hit up into the air. Fly ball to right field. Bauer moves under it, waiting, and makes the catch. Sides retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on. 7 men the Yankees have stranded in 5 innings. At the end of 4.5 innings, New York won. Kansas City won.
This one moving right along here at Kansas City. Right now, a question for you. Are you really satisfied with the way your car has been acting lately? Maybe it's nothing you can actually put your finger on. More frequent stalling, perhaps, or rough idling. Less miles per gallon. Well, your trouble could be a dirty carburetor. Something that can happen to any car, even a relatively new one. You see, exhaust fumes and other air contaminants get by your air cleaner and build up deposits on the carburetor wall near the throttle plate. Even a small amount of these deposits can cause the throttle plate to feed an improper mixture of air and gasoline to your engine. And the result is rough performance and actual gasoline waste. But now you can eliminate the problems caused by a dirty carburetor with new Atlantic Imperial gasoline. Atlantic Imperial actually cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. So to end stalling, rough idling, and gasoline waste due to a dirty carburetor, use Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that adds pleasure to your driving and keeps your car on the go. We move to the bottom of the fifth here at Kansas City. Ray Herbert, then to the top of the Kansas City order, Ken Hamlin and Bill Tuttle. Score tied 1-1. The A's picked up a run in the bottom of the first on a walk, a force out, single by Seaburn, and a run-producing single by Dick Williams. And the Yanks scored in the third on a single by Lopez, a walk to Mantle, and an RBI single by Maris. First pitch by Ditmar, swung on and missed for strike one, and here's Mel.
A 1-1 ball game, last of the fifth. Art Ditmar to the windup again. The pitch is curved, low outside, bouncing away from Berra. 1-1 the count on Herbert. Outfield playing him straight away. One ball, one strike. Ditmar swings to the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off the plate. And behind the plate. 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Ditmar swings to the windup, and the pitch is low outside. The count is 2-2. Ray Herbert, a good pitcher and a fairly good hitting pitcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ditmar delivers, and Herbert swings and drives in the left center. Lopez going over and makes the catch. 1 away. 5 putouts for Hector Lopez. Now Ken Hamlin. The shortstop drew a walk in the first inning. Tuttle forced him at second, moved to third on Seaburn's 2-out single, and scored on Dick Williams' single. Hamlin grounded to third in the second inning. Right-hand hitter. Ditmar's pitch, swung on, bounced to short. Big hop. Kubek has it, throws to Skowron, and they're 2 away. 2 up and 2 down in the fifth. And the center fielder comes up, Bill Tuttle. Grounded to second, grounded to third. Hitting .248. Yankees won, Athletics won. Last of the fifth. Ditmar goes to the windup, and the pitch is low, ball 1. A 1-0 count on Tuttle. Hank Bauer on deck. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit to short. Kubek up with it, throws on over to Skowron in time. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on at the end of 5 innings of play. New York, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, 7 left on. Kansas City, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and 4 men left on base.
Take a quick look at the batting order here for the Yankees. Coming up in the top of the 6th, it'll be Skowron, McDougall, and Fleetboyer. To face Herbert, Mel told you, 1-1 tie here at Kansas City. Elsewhere this afternoon, the Birds beat Detroit 11-10 in a real marathon. Baltimore used 8 pitchers. Detroit used 4. For the Birds, 11 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. For Detroit, 10 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher was Estrada, and the loser was Aguirre. Cleveland defeated Boston tonight 11-7. For the Indians, 11 runs, 13 hits, and an error. For Boston, 7 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. The winning pitcher was Latman. The loser was Sullivan. And with the White Sox batting in the bottom of the ninth, the Senators lead them 6-1. Fralick going against Score, Donovan in the third, Lown in the fifth, Staley in the eighth. In the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers defeated Pittsburgh tonight 5-2 behind Stan Williams. Law was the loser, his 8th on the year. Williams' victory was his 14th. Philadelphia defeated San Francisco 5-1 on 7 hits and no errors. The Giants 5 hits and 1 error. Roberts the winner, Odell the loser. Chicago batting in the top of the 8th against Milwaukee, 10-2 for the Braves. Jay against Cardwell, Elston in the 5th, Drott in the 7th. Cincinnati and St. Louis, 4-2 for the Redlegs at the end of 6. Mel?
He singled to center and grounded to short. 1-1 the score. Moose hitting .303. Ray Herbert to the windup and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. A 1-1 count. Ray Herbert, appearing in his 34th game, his 30th start. Now the pitch. Swung on, lined into center, coming on fast as Tuttle. He can't get it. It's a base hit. Moose holds up after the turn. Tuttle fires back in. A liner in the left center. Tuttle broke over quickly and had a notion of trying to shoestring it, and then saw he couldn't make it and played it safely. Scarron, a long single to left center. Now Gill Mcdougall, who grounded to third in the second inning and doubled to right center in the fourth. The Yankees have had 1 hit in every inning, but not more than 1 in an inning. A 1-1 ball game, first of the 6th. Ray Herbert's pitch to Gill. In there, strike 1. Washington defeated Chicago 6-1 to snap a White Sox 6-game winning streak. Jack Fralick, a left-hander, defeated Herb Score, though the Senators were out-hit by Chicago 9-6. Herbert checks Moose. Here's the pitch to Gill. Swung on as a drive into center. Going back for it's Tuttle. He makes the catch. Scarron has to come back to first. McDougall lines to Tuttle. Up comes Clete Boyer, popped to first and took a third strike. The Yankees have hit some good shots off Herbert in the last couple of innings. Ray walked 3 men, 2 of them in a row in the third, with 2 outs, and then Maris singled to get the Yankees run home. Here's the pitch to Boyer. Low, ball 1. One, 6th inning. Herbert to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-0. When you're in a pennant race like this, some days you're in the Eastern Daylight Saving Zone. You play a game, and you sit back, watch what the other contenders do. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Then you're in Detroit, Eastern Time, but not daylight. So one contender has finished. The other one's just begun. You're in the middle. Out here, the others have concluded. You know where you're going. Where you could go, that is. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2-2. The Orioles stand at the moment to gain most. They won. The White Sox lost. The Yankees are struggling. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out. 6th inning. Score tied 1-1. Ray Herbert ready. The pitch to Boyer. Swung on. A slow hopper. Hit towards short. Hamlin charges it. Throws to second for 1. That's all. Moose out at second. Hamlin to Bob Johnson. That enables Art Ditmar to come up in this inning. Art grounded to second, took a third strike. Ten for 61. Ray Herbert ready. The pitch to Ditmar swung on and missed. Strike one. 2 away in the 6th inning. Herbert's next pitch. Curve outside. Ball one. 1-1. A 1-1 count on Art Ditmar. Again, Herbert to the stretch. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on, hit out toward second, slowly up with it. Now is Bob Johnson, flips on to Sebring, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left on. 8 men stranded in 6 innings by New York. And at the end of 5.5 innings of play, New York won, Kansas City won.
You know, for many men, a good pipe is one of life's big pleasures. But, as every pipe smoker knows, deposits that form in the bowl of their pipe have to be removed from time to time for a pipe to draw as it should. Well, this is also true of the carburetor in your car. Deposits form on the inside walls under normal driving conditions. For best results, these deposits must be removed. Removing them can be a tough job, even for an experienced mechanic. But today, it's really very easy when you drive with Atlantic Imperial gasoline. You see, Atlantic Imperial is specially designed to clean your carburetor while you drive. And as it flows through the carburetor, it gradually dissolves and removes hard deposits and washes them harmlessly away. Then Atlantic Imperial's protective action keeps them from forming again. Today, more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial in their cars. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. Bauer, Seaburn, and Williams here in the bottom of the 6th to face Art Ditmar. Mel?
Singled off McDougall's hand on a bad hop. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Curveball. Hank hitting 267. A 1-1 ball game. Art Ditmar into the windup and the pitch. Low outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the last of the 6th. Ditmar's delivery is low, ball 2. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Bauer. Change up is very high. Ball 3. 3-1. 3 ball. And the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back upstairs. Full count. 3-2. Few mosquitoes around out here in the dugouts around home plate. And Hank just steps out to swat at the air. Swatted a few mosquitoes. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right of the plate. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ditmar goes to the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced towards short. Kubek takes it, throws on to Skowron, and Bauer is retired. 3 straight putouts, or rather assists for Kubek. Now Norm Sebring comes up. Single to center and struck out. 13727, the paid attendance tonight. 13,727. Sebring hitting .278. Score tied 1-1, 6th inning. Ditmar's pitch in there for a strike. Moose patched his leg. Mosquito bit him there. Ed Hurley waves at some of them out in front of him. Now the 1-strike pitch to Sebring. Inside, ball 1, 1-1. The 1-1 delivery on its way. Swung on and fouled back. Curveball, 1-2. Moose and Ed Hurley are having a conversation. They both walk up and down at the same time, up and down the line. A 1-2 count. Ditmar's pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains 1-2. A 1-2 count. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Norm Sebring goes down swinging for the 2nd straight time. The only man that Ditmar has retired on strikes. Now Dick Williams, single to left and grounded to 2nd into a double play. Drove in the A's run in the 1st inning. Drove in 6 last night. New York 1, Kansas City 1, 6th inning. Ditmar's pitch on its way. Over, strike 1. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 2. A 2-strike count. Dick Williams, the batter. 1-1 the score, 6th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Ditmar into the windup, and the pitch swung on and missed, dropped by Yogi. Picks the ball up, throws down to the Moose, and the side's retired. 3 strikeouts for Hart. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And at the end of 6 innings of play, New York, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. 8 men left on. Kansas City, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and 4 men left on base. We pause for station identification.
At 1460 on your radio dial, this is Quality Modern, WOKO in Albany, New York. WOKO time 25 minutes before 12 midnight.
Friday night at Yankee Stadium. The exciting and excited Baltimore Orioles coming in for 4 games, 2 on Sunday. Brooks Robinson, a leading candidate for most valuable player honors. Former Yankee Gene Woodling is having a great year with that bat, hitting in the clutch. Slugger Jim Gentile in the running for Rookie of the Year honors, as is Marv Breeding at second base. Ronnie Hansen at shortstop. Pitching aces Chuck Estrada, Milt Pappas, Jack Fisher, Skinny Brown, Hort Wilhelm, and so on, and so on. And so on with this game into the 7th inning. 1-1, and here's the Scooter.
Okay, Mel, Tony Kubek. Leadoff hitter for the Yankees, up for his 4th look at Ray Herbert. Kubek singled in the 1st inning, bounced to 3rd, and lined to left field. On deck is Hector Lopez. Ray Herbert into the windup. The pitch to Kubek is in there. Strike one called. Top of the seventh inning. 1-1 ball game. Pitch to Tony is fouled out of play in the upper deck and back of third. Time has been called by plate umpire Cal Drummond. Youngster wanted a closer look at the Yankee dugout, came out on the field, and he'll be escorted off. Shaking hands with Casey Stengel before he leaves. And now he's gone. A happy fan. 0-2 on Kubek. The two-strike pitch. Outside, ball one. Lined up by Herbert. Pitch is hit deep to right center field. Tuttle moving back. He's got a beat on it under it and makes the catch. The ball was hit well, but plenty of room out in deep right center field. One away. Hector Lopez bounced to second, walked, and lined to left field. Hector has scored the one run for the Yankees in the third inning when he walked. Scored on Maris' single. One out, nobody on. Pitch to Lopez is a curve in there, strike one call. One strike pitch, fastball a little bit low, ball one, 1-1. Ray Herbert, who lost a 1-0 game to the Yankees, got up against Bill Stafford last time they were in the stadium. 1-1 pitch, low, ball two. 2-1. One out, nobody on. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two, 2-2. Lopez went all the way around. Now the 2-2 delivery. Ground ball at second base. Johnson up with it. Overdue Siebert for the out, and Johnson stumbled as he fielded that ball, but he held on to it. That's two away. Here's Mickey Mantle, fly to left, walk, and single to center field. 2 out, nobody on. Score tied 1-1. Top of the seventh. Casey trying to shake the boys up a little bit on the bench, yelling, waving his arms. Here's Herbert's pitch to Mantle. Low inside, ball one. Herbert swatting a mosquito on his left arm. The 1-0 pitch, curve low, ball two. 2-0. Herbert behind Mantle, 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch to Mickey is popped foul, and that's curving back into the stands out of play. Carey is chasing it, but he can't get back there. 2 balls, 1 strike on Mickey. Herbert's trying to pitch away from Nick so he can't pull one out of here. Now the windup. The 2-1 pitch is fouled. Back off the press box, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 1-1 the score, top of the 7th. Now Herbert ready. The 2-2 pitch. Curve in there. Strike 3 call. Mantle caught looking at a curveball. Herbert's 3rd strikeout of the night. And for the Yankees, they get down 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. Nothing across. The score at the end of 6.5 innings. The Yankees won and the A's won. And that was the first inning in which the Yankees didn't leave anybody on base.
Say, have you ever seen one of those old antique cars come chugging down the street? Well, they're certainly a sight to see, and also a lot of fun to drive. But believe me, when you have to crank the engine over by hand to start them, well, that's getting your driving pleasure the hard way. And it's surprising how many things are still done the hard way, like cleaning the carburetor of your car. Up to now, this has meant a lot of work, even for a skilled mechanic who actually had to take your carburetor apart to clean it. But not anymore, because with Atlantic Imperial gasoline, you can clean your carburetor while you drive. Atlantic Imperial washes away harmful deposits that can cause loss of power, frequent stalling, rough idling, and actual gasoline waste. And what's more, Imperial's protective action keeps these deposits from forming again. Today, more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
Goal between Art Ditmar and Ray Herbert. The Yankees have 6 hits, the A's 4. A's scored in the 1st inning, the Yankees in the 3rd. Ditmar into the windup. Pitch to Carey is over, strike 1 called. Andy bluffed the bunt, took the curveball over. The 1-strike pitch, a ground ball. Skowron backs up with it. Throws to Ditmar for the out, and man, Moose came up with a ball that could easily have been booted as he backed up on a tricky hopper. One away. With 1 extra base hit in the game, that by Mcdougall, a double. Back in the 4th inning. Bob Johnson fly to left and bounce to second base. Pitch to Johnson is a foul at the plate, strike 1. On deck is Pete Daly. Right-hand hitting second baseman, Bob Johnson. Curve low outside, ball 1. 1-1. Wind up by Ditmar. Foul over in the A's dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Ditmar decides he wants a new baseball. All right, Art ready. Curve outside, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. McDougall in back a second up with the ball and throws him out. That ball was hit back right through the box over second base. But McDougall was playing him perfectly. Boy, Ditmar, trying to get out of the way of that ball, almost fell down. But McDougall, who plays those hitters,
13 before 12. We'll take a look at that scoreboard.
plays the most unorthodox second base of any second baseman I've ever seen or played with. He takes a lot of base hits away through the middle. He plays a percentage, and more balls are hit through the middle by right-handers than are hit between first and second. Here's Pete Daly, singled and fouled out to the catcher. Takes a pitch outside, ball one. 2 out, nobody on. Curve hit on the ground in the hole and off Kubek's glove in the left field, and that'll be a base hit. Daly gets his second base hit to left field. Kubek made a nice try and got part of his glove on the ball, but it skipped off it in the left field. The fifth hit off Ditmar, and the first hit for the A's since the third inning. And that'll bring up Ray Herbert, walked and fly to left field. 2 outs, score tied 1-1, bottom of the seventh. Daly at first and Herbert the batter. Ditmar had retired 13 men in a row. And Daly got that base hit. There's a ground ball to short. Kubek up with a big hop over to McDougall for the force on Daly. For the A's in the bottom of the seventh, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors. 1 man left in the score at the end of 7 full innings. The Yankees won and the A's won.
Another final for you, and in the National League, the Milwaukee Braves defeated the Chicago Cubs 10-2. Joey J, the winner, his 8th of the season against 7 defeats. The loser was Don Cardwell, whose record is now 7-14. How long would you say it takes a skilled automobile mechanic to clean a carburetor by hand? Literally hours of tedious, expensive labor, I'm sure. But today, there's an easier way to clean your car's carburetor. Atlantic Imperial Gasoline does the job for you as you drive. You see, as Atlantic Imperial flows through your carburetor, it dissolves and washes away the harmful deposits that form on the lower inner walls. Ends rough idling, stalling, and gasoline waste caused by a dirty carburetor. And what's more, Atlantic Imperial's protective action keeps new carburetor deposits from forming again. So join the growing number of motorists who are now using Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean. Cards are leading Cincinnati 6-3 at the end of 8. We told you Milwaukee defeated the Cubs 10-2. The Dodgers down Pittsburgh 5-2, and the Phillies bested the Giants 5-1. In the American League, Washington 6, Chicago 1, Cleveland 11, Boston 7, and Baltimore 11, Detroit 10, and a big win for Baltimore. Bill?
So once again, Mel Allen.
Maris line to right, single to right, and walk. Batting 282. Ray Herbert's pitch. Swung on, ground ball hit to first. Sebring throws to Herbert, getting over in time. 1 away. Sebring broke to his right to backhand the ball. A good shot. Had to wait for Herbert getting over and then made the long throw to him to get Maris. Yogi Berra coming up, nothing for 3. Fly to left. Grounded to second, fly to right. Batting 278. Kubek and Lopez hitting 280. Mantle and Berra 278. Maris now at about 281. Here's the pitch to Yogi. Outside, ball 1. It's the 8th inning, 1-1.
This afternoon, the American League,
Herbert's delivery. Right over, strike one, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Now the delivery. It hits Yogi, a curveball, hit him on the right leg, and Yogi gets aboard. Brings up Bill Skowron. Single to center, grounded to short, single to center. 2 for 3, batting .304. Curveball hit Yogi on the right leg. Tried to get out of the way and couldn't. One on, one out. 1-1. It's the 8th inning. Herbert takes the stretch. Yogi moves off first. Now the pitch. Swung on, it missed. Strike one. 0-1. One strike count on Moose. Herbert to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on it, fouled back. Strike 2. 0-2. A 2-strike count on the Moose. Ray Herbert looks in, gets the sign from Pete Daly. Now to the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's in there, called strike 3 at the curve. Two away, and the batter is Gill Mcdougall. Grounded to third, double to right center, and line to center. Batting .257. 2 out in the 8th inning. Berra on first. Right-hander Ray Herbert into the stretch. Yogi moves off first. The pitch inside at the letters. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Two away. Yogi moves off first. Ray Herbert delivers, and pitch is swung on and fouled back. Yogi was running. A 1-1 count on Gill. Clete Boyer on deck. Herbert takes his cap off, mops his brow. Nye looks in, gets the sign from battery mate Pete Daly into the stretch. Yogi moves off first. Here's the pitch, and it's right over. Strike 2, 1-2. Laid it in there. Looks just a little bit off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A 1-2 count. Yogi Berra on first, 8th inning. Score tied 1-1. Herbert into the stretch. Berra leading away. There he goes. The pitch is high. The throw down, and Yogi is safe with a steal at second. Yogi steals second base with a headlong slide. It appeared that Bob Johnson delayed getting over, and as a result, Daly had to take a little off his throw, and Yogi wiggled in, stealing his second base this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Herbert gets the sign. Into the stretch. Berra moves off second. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 3, 3-2. Full count on Gill Mcdougall in the 8th inning. 2 outs. Score tied 1-1. Herbert ready. Berra moves off second. 2 down. And the 3-2 pitch. Low, ball 4. McDougall gets a walk. And now, Casey is calling on a pinch hitter for Clete Boyer. Dale Long, I believe, will be the man. Dale Long will come up to bat for Clete Boyer. He's had 5 for 16, hitting .313. Dale Long batting for Clete Boyer with 2 out in the 8th inning. Score tied 1-1. Berra on second, McDougall on first. Ralph Terry starts to warm up in the Yankee bullpen. And Bob Turley. 2 on, 2 out. Ray Herbert into the stretch. Runners lead away from first and second. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Yankees 1, A's 1, 8th inning. 2 men out. Berra moves off second, McDougall off first. Ray Herbert pitches. Dale Long swings and misses. Strike 1. 1-1. He wheeled on that one. One ball, 1 strike. Herbert all set. Runners lead away from first and second. 2 away. Now the pitch. Swung on. It's a slow bouncer hit out to second. They throw to first in time. The side retires. Bob Johnson tossing out Dale Long. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 10 men the Yankees have stranded. And at the end of 7.5 innings, the score remains New York 1, Kansas City 1.
You know, unless you're an expert mechanic, you've probably never tried to clean the carburetor in your car. But actually, with new Atlantic Imperial gasoline, this is something that can be done easily by anyone who has a driver's license. You see, Atlantic Imperial is especially designed to clean your carburetor as you drive. Yes, sir. With the very first tankful, new Atlantic Imperial starts to remove harmful deposits that normally form inside the carburetor. Accumulation of these deposits can cause loss of power, rough idling, and actual gasoline waste. Use new Atlantic Imperial in your car. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. One more final score for you in the National League, and that wraps it up on the senior circuit. For the Cards, 6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. For Cincinnati, 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The winner was Bob Miller for St. Louis. The loser for Cincinnati, Jay Hook. Milwaukee defeated Chicago 10-2. The Dodgers down the Pirates 5-2, and the Phils beat the Giants 5-1. Hamlin, Tuttle, and Bauer here in the bottom of the 8th to face Art Ditmar.
The A's scored in the first inning on a walk to Hamlin. He was forced by Tuttle. Went to third. Tuttle went to third on Seburn's single and scored on Dick Williams' single. Art Ditmar ready to work. Swings to the windup and the pitch. Foul back on a check swing. Strike 1. Turley and Terry warming up. Johnson is warming up for the A's. Ken Johnson. Art Ditmar's pitch to the right-hand batter. Bunted foul. Strike 2. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ditmar starts the windup. Around comes the right arm. The pitch is a curve fouled off the plate. Count remains 2 strikes. Jonas Turris is also warming up for the A's. A 2-strike count on shortstop Ken Hamlin. Now the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Ditmar goes to the windup. Here's the pitch. Curve low outside, ball 2. 2-2. Ball got away from Yogi. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ditmar swings into the windup. Around comes the right arm. The pitch swung on, foul back. Count remains 2-2. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lined out over second in the center for a base hit. Ken Hamlin opens the 8th with a single to center. Now Bill Tuttle grounded to second and third and short. Nobody out. Richardson shortens up at third. Ditmar's pitch, low outside, ball 1. Ditmar to the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's bunted and foul to the right of the plate. Strike 1. 1-1. Ditmar calls Skowron over. Hard all set. Now the pitch. It's bunted foul to the right of the plate. Strike 2. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Terry and Turley warming up. Ken Hamlin on first, nobody out. Last of the 8th. Score tied, 1-1. Ditmar ready, throws over to first base instead. Hamlin's back. The stretch by Ditmar. And the pitch. Just misses. Ball 2. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Once again, the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced toward short. Kubek has it over to Mcdougall. Back to first. It's a double play. 2 back to McDougall to Scarra. The Yankees' second double play of the ball game, 145. And here's Hank Bauer, flied to left, singled on a bad hop over off McDougall's hand, and grounded to short, hitting 266. 1-1. It's the last of the 8th. Norm Sebring on deck. Ditmar goes into the windup. Here's the pitch to Bauer. Strike the call over the outside corner, and Hank didn't like the call. Yanks 1, A's 1, 8th inning. Ditmar's next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the windup and the 2-strike pitch. Curve is fouled back at third. The boy came running down the aisle to lean over the box seats, trying to steal that ball. Bounced higher than his hands were and almost hit him in the face. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch to Bauer. Swung on. There's the drive into left near the fence. Lopez goes back, and the ball is up against the fence. Bauer rounds first, heads for second, and goes in with a double. Hank Bauer doubles off the left field screen. And a no-ball, 2-strike pitch. And that brings up Norm Sebring. Bauer's 14th double. Now Casey's out of the dugout. Casey's out to the mound, talking it over with Ditmar, McDougall to Barra. Casey is departing. Norm Sebring's the batter. Dick Williams on deck. And they're going to put Sebring on. Sebring had singled, struck out twice, and now is getting an intentional pass. Dick Williams drove in the A's run in the first inning. Drove in 6 last night. Case is playing the percentage of the right-hand batter for the right-hand pitcher. There's the 4th one to Sebring. And Dick Williams steps in, batting .282. Single to left, grounded to second in a double play, and struck out. Bauer on second, and Sebring on first with 2 out in the 8th inning. Score tied 1-1. Andy Carey on deck. Ditmar to the stretch, runners lead away. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Ditmar to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul off to the right of the plate, out of play. Strike 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, score tied 1-1 in the 8th inning. Bauer, Sebring lead away. Ditmar delivers, and Dick Williams takes high. Ball 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ditmar's pitch swung on, a fly ball foul, out of play down the right field line. Strike 2, 2-2. A quick check of my scorecard shows no putouts for either Mantle or Maris. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bauer leads off second. Sebring off first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Dick Williams strikes out on a curve. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. At the end of 8 innings, it's 1-1. New York, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. 10 men left on. Kansas City, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. So we get ready to go to the 9th inning, just a bit past the bewitching hour back home, 2 hours earlier here, and we pause for a bewitching station identification.
At 1460 on your radio dial, this is Quality Modern, WOKO in Albany, New York. The correct WOKO time, 13 minutes past 12 midnight.
In the 9th inning, Art Ditmar will lead off, then Kubek and Lopez. Baltimore won its game at Detroit today, 11-10. Cleveland beat Boston 11-7, and Washington beat Chicago tonight, 6-1. In the National League, St. Louis defeated Cincinnati 6-4, Philadelphia 5, San Francisco 1. Los Angeles took Pittsburgh 5-2, and Milwaukee trimmed Chicago 10-2. Ditmar grounded to second, took a 3rd strike, and grounded to second. 1-1 as we go to the 9th. The Yankees got their run in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Lopez and Mantle walked, and Maris singled. Herbert allowed 1 hit in each of the first 6 innings, none in the last 2. The right-hander's pitch is inside to Ditmar, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. It's in there, strike 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ray Herbert goes to the windup. And the pitch, ball 2, still inside, 2-1. Jim Hegan is about to warm up Ryan Duran. Meantime, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, looped out into center, and it is in there for a base hit. Ditmar singles to right center. Bill Tuttle puts the ball back into Bob Johnson. Art Ditmar opens the 9th with a single to right center. Up comes Tony Kubek, who singled to right, grounded to 3rd, flied to left center, and flied to center. John Briggs in the A's bullpen now warming up. Andy Carey shortens up at 3rd. Sebring holding against Ditmar. 1-1. It's the 9th inning. Herbert into the stretch. Ditmar with the lead. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Carey and Sebring charging. Kubek has a look now at Crucetti. Frank checking with Casey. 9th inning, score tied 1-1. The stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 1-1. Tony thought the pitch was low. He was bluffing a bunt and then pulled the bat bag. He's going to try to hit by Andy Carey. Took the pitch. A 1-1 count. Herbert into the stretch. Here comes Carey in. The pitch is bunted, and Sebring plays the ball to first base. Bob Johnson, second baseman, recovering. Sacrifice. moving Ditmar to second. Bringing up Hector Lopez, who grounded to second, walked, lined to left, and grounded to second. Batting .280. Nothing for 3. One away in the ninth inning. Score tied 1-1. Ditmar on second base. Ray Herbert into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. A 1-0 count on Lopez. Ray Herbert to the stretch. Ditmar leads away. The pitch swung on. They got Ditmar trapped. Herbert throws to second, and they get Ditmar as the ball is hit to the box. Herbert speared the ball and then threw to Hamlin, the shortstop, and Ditmar is retired. The big out on a fielder's choice play. Ditmar is trapped off second. Ray Herbert to the shortstop, Ken Hamlin. Ditmar had the lead off second and broke toward third with a crack of the bat. Herbert reached up and speared the bouncer, whirled and threw to the shortstop as Ditmar had turned and sought to get back to second. So Mantle is up with 2 outs. The pitch is swung on, bounced out to second. Great stop and throw, and it's lost to second. All hands safe. The second baseman, Bob Johnson, almost got Lopez at second. He never would have gotten Mantle. He ran far over to his right, backhanded the bouncer, and off balance threw to Hamlin, who did not handle the throw, and it scored the base hit for Mantle. And brings up Roger Maris. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. Maris lined to right, single to right to drive in the Yankee run in the third inning, walked and grounded to first, hitting .282. Lopez on second, Mantle on first, and 2 away in the ninth inning. Herbert into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on to fly ball into center. Tuttle waiting for it and makes the catch. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, and 2 men left on. 12 men the Yankees have left aboard, and at the end of 8.5 innings, New York won, Kansas City won.
Yanks missed a good opportunity there, and the A's will be coming up now in the bottom of the ninth. You know, your car's engine was designed to deliver peak performance over a long period of time, and when it doesn't, the trouble could be a dirty carburetor. To clean a dirty carburetor used to mean a special trip to a mechanic, but not anymore. Now, Atlantic Imperial Gasoline cleans your carburetor as you drive. You see, as Atlantic Imperial flows through the carburetor, it loosens, dissolves, and gradually washes away harmful deposits that can cause frequent stalling, loss of power, and actual gasoline waste. And what's more, Atlantic Imperial's protective action keeps deposits from forming again. More and more people are using Atlantic Imperial gasoline. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
The last of the ninth, 1-1. And Andy Carey up. Slide to left center, and grounded to first. Art Ditmar into the windup. Here's the pitch to Carey. Swung on and fouled back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Now the next pitch. Swung on. There's a drive to deep left center. That ball is going to be over the wall for a home run, and the ball game is over. Andy Carey hits it over the left center field fence, and the A's win it 2-1.
Well, there's a climactic ending for you here at Municipal Stadium. In the bottom of the ninth, Andy Carey unloading on a fastball by Art Ditmar, and the Kansas City A's defeat the Yankees 2-1. Mickey Mantle gave a valiant try deep in left center field as he leaped high against the left center field wall trying to get it, but in vain, as Carey homered off the top of the left field wall, and Kansas City wins it 2-1. And this pennant race now develops into quite a struggle between the Yanks, the Baltimore Orioles, and the Chicago White Sox. And the big series coming up this weekend, Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and the big doubleheader Sunday between New York and Baltimore, as the Birds and the Yanks are now in a virtual tie for first place. So very quickly here in Kansas City, Andy Carey delivers a home run in the bottom of the ninth inning, and Kansas City defeats the Yanks 2-1. And boy, that one happened just like that. We'll have the totals for you in just a moment, but right now a reminder that a clean carburetor can increase your driving pleasure. Now, Atlantic Imperial gasoline actually cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean too. Quick look at the scoreboard. In the American League, Baltimore down Detroit 11-10. The Indians defeated the Red Sox 11-7, and Washington defeated Chicago 6-1. In the National League, the Phils defeated the Giants 5-1. Los Angeles down Pittsburgh 5-2 at Forbes Field. Milwaukee defeated the Cubs 10-2, and the Cardinals remained in the National League pennant race by defeating Cincinnati 6-4. The winner tonight, Ray Herbert, whose record is now 11-15, and the loser was Art Ditmar, who now has 14 wins against 9 defeats. Friday night's game against the Orioles be a big one for the Yanks and Baltimore, of course. Airtime will be 7:55. Then we'll be back Saturday afternoon for the Singleton and the Big Pair on Sunday afternoon. Boy, this one really ended rapidly here tonight at Kansas City. After the Yankees looked as if they might pull it out on the top of the ninth, Carey leads off the bottom of the ninth and wins it for Kansas City. Big story tonight, Carey's homer in the bottom of the ninth. For the A's, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 men left on base, and for the losing Yankees, who dropped the 2-game series here at Kansas City, a run, 8 hits, no errors, and 12 men left on base. Well, that winds up another Atlantic baseball